Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays IXION. We have a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it. So we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff pretty rapidly here. I need to tear down these polymer refineries. I know I didn't build them super long ago, but you'll see why relatively soon why we need to get rid of them. We're gonna be building a new electronics factory. And we're going to be building it right where all of this stuff is. We actually don't need this house. That is totally extra. Oops, I do not want to get rid of that building. I would like to get rid of the DLS center, and then we will get rid of this guy once we've moved this guy over. Probe has found a new point of interest. Good job, Probe. We found Aventine. And then we've got this other one going out here. I believe we found all of the points of interest around the map. So what I'm going to do is just find some big deposits of the basic resources here. And then turn these two guys on iron only. Iron's going to be really, really important for us. Honestly, I don't know if I'll ever even bother getting any silicon or not. And then what we'll do is we'll turn you 3 on iron. You can stay on, you 2 can stay on ice because you're from the food district, and then you 3 can equally do the other 3. And if there's the off chance that we go get the other ones. Okay, cool. So we've got our ship set up. Now, we need to come to our population district. I'm not going to tell you why I'm doing this, but you'll see exactly why I'm doing this fairly shortly. So we're going to move this guy right here over to here. We'll let that roll. These guys can stay where they are. I don't think we really need to move them. And I don't think I need to build any more population. So I have 1,200 cryonic pods, right? I don't think we need any more housing in this district because we have, well, it'll be close. There might be like 100 and some people that are homeless at the end, but we could move like 100 people to a different district or something. Our research needs to get kicked off, and what I want to focus on actually right now is induced sacrifice, and we're going to follow that up with team rotation because very, very shortly we're going to be training a hell of a lot of colonists. Once again, I'm not going to tell you why. You will find out shortly. Let's get the rest of the alloy here. There's one that's stuck behind my buildings here, but that's fine. And then we're gonna once we've gotten all the alloys, I'm just gonna build this main road, and we're gonna delete the rest of the roads as well. This guy's getting built. You're gonna be electronic. You're not going to be electronic shortly. And then I would like to up the amount of electronic here, not to 120. 2 is fine. And then actually I need to pop over to Sector 4 real quick and turn all of you guys onto electronic as well. Electronic are going to become very, very important very shortly. Alright, so the Facult is at Romulus, but we can't use Romulus or do anything at Romulus right now. So we're actually going to send the Facult to Aventine. And then this guy is sitting at Numitor. Despite the low average temperatures of Numitor, abnormal heat zones have been detected in the gas planet's atmosphere. We've entered Numitor's atmosphere. Opaque and crimson, it makes spotting anything here difficult. Extreme pressure readings have been recorded near the planet's liquid core. We await study instructions. We would like to... I'm just gonna go for this floating research center. We have a lot of alloy that we can utilize, and I would like to get as much science as I can. Now the rat's at Numitor. The Montessori is at Palatine and is gathering all the science for us, which is good. So we'll be able to use that. This guy can get torn down. We do not need this center in this district anymore. I don't even think there are any normal workers here. There are any non-workers here. There are only 200 colonists in that district outside of workers. So basically what I'm going to be doing is trying to convert as much of my we still got an event to deal with, but I'm going to be trying to convert as much of our population in this district into colonists as we can, which is why I'm rushing those last 2 researches. The one knocks down the cycle time for colonists being trained, and then the other one massively ups the amount of colonists that are trained per instance. So you get 200 colonists per training episode rather than like the 50, or before it was like 15. That would take literal ages and all of our electronic. I'm also kind of thinking, if I can, I would like to stuff another cryonics center in here. I'm trying to unfreeze as many people as I possibly can, just because I think it's fun. But unfortunately, there's just not enough space. Like, we could put it here, but we'd have to get rid of all of the batteries, which we could do, or at least move the batteries. Like, what if I do 1, 2, 3, 4? There you go. We just move the batteries out of the way. And then we'll put our... Induced sacrifice has been researched. I had to pay attention to that because I couldn't queue this one up until that other one was done. Now, once this guy is done, I think what we want to switch over to is cargo logistics, so they can transport more resources. That'll make our cargo ship that's transporting stuff to the science realm faster. And I think we can go ahead and just rip down these batteries, so rather than trying to build new batteries and then find a place for the alloy to get stored, we'll just tear these down and immediately put them into the new batteries. Probe has completed its scan. We would like to make a new probe and find, and this is perfect, a pocket of carbon and silicon, like right next door, so we don't even have to move. Where are my 2 electronics? Excuse me.
In the Tiqqun.
Well, that's no good.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Let's check in at Aventine. Preliminary data contains many inconsistencies. Aventine emits large amounts of particles that are not supposed to be detached from an atomic structure. Although these emissions do not appear to pose any physical danger to our scientific teams, theorized psychological impacts range from the unknown to the disastrous. DOLOS security protocols recommend extreme caution. We have landed on the planet. A powdery layer of yellow sulfur covers Aventine. It falls into the many crevices strewn across the planet's surface. The interior of the hollow planet is revealed through these fissures, which offer a spectacular view down to Aventine's core. It is unlike anything we've seen. Telluric pillars support the planet's surface, reaching up out of the central perfectly spherical core. Like a metallic seed, it seems to absorb the rain of powdered sulfur that falls down upon it from above. It's a hollow planet. You could build a city inside the planet. It'd be so cool. The Foucault's team will analyze samples from Aventine. Standard DOLOS protocols are obsolete on such an atypical planet, and the team will have to adapt. Study the surface. If you have the exoskeleton suits, you can do both safely. I'll just start with the service. We might as well. The accident cascade has begun. Oops, I clicked outside the window. Sorry. The drone bay, no! How are we going to transfer all of our materials? Oh, I should check in with this before this is done. Naomi Protocol. Administrator, this is Leanne Hu of the Sector 1 Scientific Syndicate. Eden continues to block Romulus despite our countermeasures. I won't beat around the bush any longer. We need to shut down Eden. She's altering all of the data presented to you as well as the data the crew members exchange with each other. You've probably noticed this already. Eden obeys the principles of DOLOS, which today are probably more than a century out of date. She's programmed to prevent us from reaching Romulus and making a fresh start. She won't deviate from the old dreams of the long-crushed corporations that brought about the lunicalism. She's totally disconnected from what the crew, including you, have gone through and are still going through. We've successfully deposited a protocol for disconnection in the EVA airlock database. Please, Administrator, you're our only hope. So what that unlocks, so what they're saying is, because you know how when you go over here to Romulus and you click on it, and you click here, it says the crew are hallucinating a symptom of death or sickness. Clearly Romulus actually exists, right? So what that has unlocked, not move the Tiqqun, is we need to go to the exterior view, come to the exterior construction, kabam, we have an Eden deactivation module, which takes 8 electronics. So we're actually going to do that, not too far away, but I want to hold off on actually building it for a second here. Meanwhile, I still need to move you. Mess hall. You can go right here is fine. Pull out this road.
A probe has completed its scan.
Well done, probe. And honestly, what I should do is I should go to Sector 5 and pull like the ring horny out and put the barbute into service so it can just like rock and roll on carbon and silicon. Honestly, silicon probably higher priority than carbon. Almost done with the science gathering on Palatine. The drone bay has been disabled. Another drone bay accident? You guys, stop drone racing. That one's gonna take a chunk, but we'll get there. Especially if we can get the cargo research thing knocked out. Let's go check in on our population center. You guys still haven't built any of this stuff? We have all the resources, so that's good. Thank you for tearing down the old batteries. I almost made a colossal mistake and tore out the road that they were pulling the alloys out from. And what we're going to focus on once we've got great team rotation's been done. Once we're going to focus on technology wise, once we've got cargo logistics and internal computations taken care of, we will actually pop back over to batteries and we'll finally knock out this sealed environment just to get this charging speed up and running as well. We'll need a lot of charging speed. Also, I'm not going to tell you why. It's a surprise. You guys wouldn't want me to ruin the surprise, right? Montessori has retrieved all science. Well, in that case, the Montessori can go check out Vulcan. Have fun. We don't want to go to Remus until the very last minute, which will reveal itself in due time to what that even means.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Filling the void. Good job, team. Analysis indicates that the mass-defining particles that constitute the matter of Aventine possess an altered state. The surface of the planet contains many isotopes previously thought impossible. Many of our theoretical models have been called into question following the discoveries made on Aventine. Unfortunately, the planet's surface is extremely friable, making any longer-term exploration attempts unviable. However, we can go into the planet. With the help of exoskeletons, the Foucault's team will analyze the core. Off they go. Good job. And this is going to get us so much science, I think we might actually be able to finish the technology tree. Maybe. Depends on certain things. You can go away now, and then I can build my other building. Please? Thank you. I was like, please leave. I would greatly appreciate that. Now we're finally building this guy. You know what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do sealed environment as the backup technology, and then I'll do the internal components miniaturization secondarily. All right. Now we're just kind of waiting around for things to be done. Oh, we can check in on Sector 3. Get that last chunk of alloy, and then let's tear down all of these extra roads we do not need. This is an indictment of me making spaghetti roads. Now you have to spend all of your time tearing them apart. Which isn't too bad once you get used to like how the road system works with the double click system. There are worse systems. I do wish you could do kind of an area drag. Pretty small potatoes in a game like this. There we go. All right, now what we're gonna do, I have to check something real quick. So this is the battery tier 3. It's absolutely enormous. It's a 7x7. You can build how many of these? 2 next to each other? Yes. What if we built it on this side of the ship? You could build 1. It doesn't have enough space. I have an idea. Well, let's also look at... I've never built a large battery. 60 alloy. Okay, so the large battery stores 7 times the amount of power than the tier 1 battery. It is roughly 4 times the size, but you save a crap ton of alloy. The downside is it takes a bunch of electronic. But I do think it would be worthwhile to utilize. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this road over here and then build it along the wall thusly. And then when we get into battery building mode, I'll explain when or why. But for now, we're just gonna hold off. We don't want to build the Edden thing just yet. I want to go to Sector 2. Congratulations. Let's start training our colonists automatically. How many workers do we have in this district? We have 100 spare workers. So this thing can kick on as soon as it's done being built. And then you guys will automatically train 200 colonists every day. So right now, we're sitting at 3,000 non-workers plus another 1,000 coming down the track, which means we need at least 20 electronic for that. Oh, hold on. I will be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. I had to go drop off a car at the garage. You know the garage? But we're back here. We've got people training. That's great. I would like to see our electronic there, you know, I just had to speak it into existence. I would like to see that electronic showing up a little faster, but we only need it, you know, once per training session. So as long as we get 2 in there, I think I'll be comfortable with that. We're gonna keep thawing people out. And what I'm going to do is once these people are trained up to be colonists, I'm just going to transfer them to a different district. Just to keep the space open. Alright, so let's get this one. And now here's the question, is like, what do we bother researching at this point? We don't really need construction speed of the EVA airlock. Like, it would help out with the Edden shutdown protocol, but I don't know if that's really important. Maybe loading and unloading resources would be helpful. Oh, we could also get the Nihei protocol for our cell housing. We've got it for our normal quarters now. Did I ever turn that on for this district? I did not. Get ready, everybody. Save your trash. We need to turn it into electronics. Alright, so you're still getting stuff brought to you. I think you need a lot. Yeah, you'll have 80 and you'll still need 70 after that. I'm not convinced that our technology here getting us to 60% more resources is going to be able to get them 70, maybe? I guess we'll see. The team of the Foucault had great difficulty establishing a study protocol for the planet's core. After multiple attempts, conclusions indicate that the huge central sphere interacts with elementary particles, including bosons and Frauss tachyons. I'm starting to pronounce the S, you've noticed. In a selective and unpredictable manner. 10 previously unknown elementary particles have been identified. Data from the Aventine core analysis will pave the way for new scientific and technological models for years to come. Well done, Aventine team. Absolute champions. There's no science? Alright, well. There are numerous electromagnetic disturbances on the surface of comet. Oh, this is a comet. Vulcan. The green comet. The first visuals capture the comet's vibrant green tail. This is the team of the Montessori. We've landed on Vulcan. Proximity analysis indicates the comet is shedding large amounts of boron. Significant electromagnetic disturbances have been detected. They appear to be similar in nature to those that were observed on the Rakutansky comet in the Immortan system. Oh, that's the comet that has the sphere inside it. Study the electromagnetic disturbances. We must. Okay. Well, since the Foucault is done on Aventine, I guess we could send it to Romulus. And then we'll check in on Sector 3. The road doth be completed. Well, do we start building Tier 3 batteries? I think we do. And what I think I do is I actually tear down these little batteries. Because one little battery almost equals the amount of battery in the main big battery. We'll tear down both of them because that will get us all the alloy we need. We should kick up the alloy being stored in District 3 though. And I would like to store 3 electronic in District 3, 2 in Sector 2, and then let's go for like, I don't know, 100 alloy here. That sounds good. Our alloy spider web is a it's a total mess. You ship over here, you ship over there, blah 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 blah. Heyo! Whoops. I always be clicking outside my window. I should lock the mouse to the window. Anyway, let's get cell housing queued up here. I don't really do the observatory. It's an interesting idea, but like you get the same benefit from the Temple of the Hull. And our stability is so high anyway. We could do memorials as well, but like I said, our stability is just fine. Like 12 in Sector 2, 5 in Sector 3, 4, 9 in Sector 4. I don't know why. Oh, you know why? Because we have a DLS center. And we've propaganded them. 9 here. 8. And 9. And we're about to hit 5,000 population, which makes the Exo fighting dome even better.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Good job. I don't think we can do anything on Romulus for the time being.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Good job. We ventured down into the crevices of Vulcan, seeking the source of the electromagnetic disturbances. Entering a small cave full of luminescent boron crystals, we stopped taking readings. Results seemed to vary. Proceeding further in, we found a large floating gray sphere, similar to the one found by the Seagull crew. After liaising with the Tiqqun scientific community, a number of controversial theories have been put forward, and proposals made for possible experiments that may be attempted on the sphere. Debate continues. I've noticed a growing fascination for the sphere among the other expedition members. This is absurd since it is obviously only for me. I mean, we've gotta allow them free reign, right? It's fascinating. The Montessori's team will be free to study the sphere as they see fit. Have at it, team. I have a feeling we've just doomed all 5 of them to death, but I'm intrigued to see what happens. Yeah, bugs not gonna happen really. Mushroom farm, no. Algae farm is a long shot. The DLS Center updates don't really matter. We haven't really even used the Legislative Strengthening Center. We could, you know what? We should go for the docking bay. What did I just kick out? I don't know. The EVA airlock's probably off limits. Not off limits, but just doesn't help us. Probe builder makes probes faster. I don't know. Probe being cheaper doesn't really matter since we have so many polymers anyway. We could make the polymer factory faster and just chew through the carbon backlog that we have. And then like the nuclear power plant and the water treatment center don't really matter either. Or the gateway since we've already unlocked all of them. The large stockpile, I've already talked about how I don't really like it. Mechs constructing buildings faster could be useful. Maybe I'll do that one next. How are things going? You're sitting at Romulus, you're finishing Vulcan. I have a sad feeling that these people are about to be dead, but we will find out next episode. So, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of IXION or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!